The truth of the matter is, at the end of the day, everyone's situation is different. Either you grew up in different environments, different situations, the person you're interacting with is different, you've had some crazy experiences. Basically, no single person's story is exactly the same. So, in the end, although you should listen to dating coaches, right, take their advice maybe just for some guidance, you shouldn't dwell on it like it's some word from God himself, right? I feel like men who go into like these dating spaces, maybe all these pill spaces, red pill, blue pill, black pill, whatever, orange, pink, I don't know. What they do is they follow these men for like every single word, every single letter that comes out of their mouth, they follow it to the dot. And I don't think that's right. I feel like everyone's situation is different. So you have to be able to also kind of judge. Yeah, you can listen to what they have to say, take what they have to say, and then incorporate it into your own life. But that doesn't mean you should do, like, for example, let me give you guys an example. Let's say a girl leaves you on red, and then some red pill coach who's actually attractive and good looking and rich tells you, anytime a girl leaves me on red, I'm going to stop talking to her forever. I'm going to block her and stop talking to her forever. If I see her in person, I'll ignore her. Do you get? And some guys will take you like, oh, once a girl leaves me on red, boom, this is what I'm doing. Or once a girl doesn't reply my message for 3 hours, boom, this is what I'm doing. Because if she was interested, she wouldn't do that. Blah, blah, blah. Like, do you get? And some guys follow it to the letter and they're losing out on girls, losing out on high quality women that they would have otherwise gotten if they just didn't do what this person said. Maybe she could have actually been busy. Maybe, or she was at work and she mistakenly opened her phone and she's not allowed to use her phone at work. So she opened your message but couldn't reply because her boss came, and then you block her. Maybe she actually liked you. Do you understand? It could be, this is just like a very specific example. There's a lot of different cases where things like this could happen, right? So I don't think it's always right to follow what someone says to the letter, to the dot, right? I feel like you should also try to use your own discretion. Sometimes maybe even, like, there's nothing wrong with learning from experience. Maybe they said the dating coach you follow says do this, and you decide, what will happen if I did this? Or what would happen if, okay, my heart says I should do this, which is different from what this dating coach said. So what would happen? Do I have to follow him or exactly what he said? And that means I'll get the girl. The truth of the matter is you can follow what the dating coach says to the letter and you still wouldn't get the girl. You would still lose her, because in the end it's not like a sequence. It's not, if you do this, then this is the result. Anything could happen. An infinite number of things could happen, right? So I just feel like you don't have to follow it to the letter. I've said it like 10 times already. You're free to try to do what you want to do, to follow your heart if you want. But then the most important thing about this, the most important thing you should note is that you shouldn't be dependent on the outcome. You could lose the girl, very much so. Like following him, following your heart, just doing whatever just to see what happens, you will likely lose the girl. It's possible you might get her, you might lose her, but you shouldn't care. If you get her, then yeah, good for you. And if you lose her, then oh well, it just wasn't meant to be. But you have to be outcome independent and then just do what you want to do what works best for you, do what you feel like resonates the best with you. There's nothing wrong with trying to become a better person. Like if you're a goofy ass person, you try to become more like calm or chill. But then when you're changing every single thing about yourself and it's not who you are, you're just pretending, eventually it's going to come out and you're going to lose that girl that you got pretending to be someone who you're not. Ooh, that even rhymes. So point is, just, there's nothing wrong, even if it's a girl that you really like that you don't want to lose. maybe a dating coach told you don't do this or do this, and you decide you don't feel like you should. You decide maybe I kind of really want to do this other thing, then go ahead. Don't be scared. So what's the worst that could happen? You will lose the girl, and so you'll find another girl, bro. There are billions of girls out there, millions in your city, at least thousands. You really don't need to worry too much, okay? So yeah, that's all I have to say for today's message. I haven't posted in a while, but this is a very important message that I just had to come back with. So yeah, I'm going to try to resume being consistent. If you watched this far, good job, thank you. And that's all for today, folks.